to Whitney from Must Read Soon. She has a few questions, and she asked, let's see, she said, I think you mentioned that you are a writer. What are you currently working on? And I am a writer, and I am currently working on a young adult fantasy novel. And then I'm in a group, Tiffany asked some questions about my job as well, and so I'm in a group those questions with hers, and it says, what genre is the book you're working on? It's fantasy. What made you want to write? I think I've always remembered wanting just to create a story and loved telling stories and reading other stories and just reading and all that. And so I think growing up, writing was a way for me to make the world do what I wanted it to and have my my main character, the girl, always get the guy, and have the world work out the way I want it to. And now I specifically am writing young adult fiction because I really just have a heart and a desire for young adults to have really great literature that isn't going to slime them. And so writing something that isn't just fluff, but it's meaningful and it has action, it's great, but it's not clean, but it doesn't, it's not junk, so yes. Okay, and then going back to Whitney's questions is, how do you make yourself sit down and write? Part of it, I have to remind myself that my husband and I are making a huge sacrifice for me not to be working at a different job, for me to be at home and being able to do this. So I have to remind myself we are sacrificing and I need to do my job. This is my job and I just have to do it. And I've also gotten some accountability with some other writer friends. We do writing sprints and we talk to each other about how our book is going. So I think accountability was definitely one of the huge things for me. So, yeah. Okay, and then the last question that Winnie has is, do you have another job? And I would consider the fact that I am a housewife another job, because something my husband and I have talked about is that I'm technically his maid and his cook and his personal assistant, because I keep his schedule and I clean the house and do laundry and cook his meals. And so I would definitely consider that my other job. I don't get paid, in money, but it is another job. So, okay. And then moving along to Fred, I don't remember her name, I don't know her name, but her channel name is Fred Weasley Die Laughing, and her first question is, would I describe myself as more of a dog person or a cat person? And I definitely will have to say cat person. I still love dogs, but as I already said, if I had to choose, it would definitely be a cat. So, cat person. The next question is, what Hogwarts house are you in? Well, according to Pottermore, I am in Hufflepuff, and I really am proud to be a Hufflepuff. I really am. And then the next question is, what do you think your Patronus would be? And I really want to say cat, but stupid Umbridge Patronus is a cat, and so I can't say cat. So how about lion? Because it's still kind of a cat, but my lion could eat her stupid cat, so we'll go with that one. Okay, next question is, if you could meet any author, who would it be? And really, the only author that I've ever really wanted to meet was Tamara Alexander, and I've got to meet her, but I didn't really get to have a full conversation with her, and so I think sitting down and eating lunch with her would just be fantastic. So, Tamara Alexander. And then her last question is, what's your most treasured book? And I don't really treasure my books. I really love my very first copy of Harry Potter, and I love my Donald Miller books. I have, notes all in them. But any of those, if anything happened to them, I'd be like, okay, I'm sad, but it's okay. But I was thinking, and I would have to say that on our first Christmas that my husband and I were married, he got me a Bible and he got my name, my married name, engraved in it. And I had never had a Bible with my name engraved in it, and for it to have my married name, it just is really special. And for him to think about it and to do that, it just meant a lot. So I'll say that. Moving on to the Lawn Gnomes questions, and his questions are, which YouTubers inspire you? And I don't really know if I have any ones that really emotionally inspire me, and so I just decided to go with those that inspire me to read more and read different things, and definitely it would be Sam from Novels and Nonsense, Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Shannon from Leaning Lights. They read a lot of books, and they read different things, and sometimes there's stuff that I have heard of, and sometimes they're not, and so they just inspire me to read more and to continue reading. And definitely Lindsay from Lindsay Ray and Shannon, they inspired me to really embrace the audiobook, and I have been loving audiobooks. They have made like doing laundry and cleaning house just enjoyable. So yes. So those would be the ladies that inspire me. Okay, and then his last question is, what YouTuber made you decide to start making your own videos? And I found the BookTube community through Christina from Christina Horner's channel, and I wouldn't necessarily say her channel made me start making my own videos, but I found the BookTube community through her channel, and through that, watching other videos and finding people that actually understood what I was talking about when I talked about books and how I felt about characters and all of this stuff, it just made me want to be a part of something. And so I would just have to say, really, honestly, it's the whole community that made me want to make videos, and I am so glad I did, because I've had so much fun. Okay, and then Jennifer from Wonderland Books has a few questions, and her first question was, what made you decide to start BookTube? And like I just said, I just wanted to be a part of something. I really wanted to be a part of this community and a part of a group of people that just loved to talk about books. And it's been great. Okay, next question is, who is your favorite author? I've kind of already mentioned this, and I would have to say probably Tamara Alexander is definitely my top favorite. And then under that, Donald Miller, J.K. Rowling, C.S. Lewis, Tolkien. Those are top biggies there. Okay, and then the next question is, what is your favorite book at the moment? And I would have to say either Tamara Alexander's latest book, which is To Win Her Favor, or 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. Those are my top books that I've read thus far in 2015. They are great, and yeah, so we'll go with those ones. I haven't read a whole lot of like fantastic, mind-blowing books this year, and so yeah, I haven't been disappointed with books. It's just been, I don't know, just that, like feeling you have when you get really excited about a book. There's just been a few that I've read this year that I've had that. So, okay. And then the last question that she has, which Tiffany also asked, was, how did I meet my husband? And I met my husband when I moved to the town that I live in now, and I went to our church that we go to, and our church has these small groups that we call life groups, and I went to a life group and I met him there. The funny thing is that when I first met him, I thought he was boring, and our joke is that he's not boring, just so you know. He is really funny, and we have a lot of fun. Just my perception. And we joke about how he didn't really notice me until our friend said, hey, you should notice Amy. So that's our little story there. Okay, we made it to intermission number 2. Woohoo! Woo, woo, woo! What? You should come back for the next installment.